This tutorial is going to show you how you can use Tinkercad to have students design planets with landforms and cloud formations and other features that they can use to display on websites or augmented reality. The first step in the process is to make a shape that we're going to use as a mold to form the sphere of our planet. To do that, we're going to start with a very large cube. We're going to lower it below the build plate. And we're not going to use the sphere that's in the basic shapes. We're going to go to the featured shapes and find the high-res sphere and turn the resolution all the way up. We're going to turn that sphere into a hole, and then we're going to align those two shapes so that the cube and the sphere are aligned horizontally, vertically, as well as by depth. When we combine those shapes, that sphere will be removed from the center of our cube, and then when we turn that into a hole, you'll see we have a large hole-shaped structure with an empty space in the middle. And we'll set that aside for now. Next, we're going to go back to our basic shapes, and we're going to take a cube, and we're going to want it to be the color of the basis of our planet. So if it's a blue planet, we'll make that cube blue. If it's a red planet, we'll leave it red. We want it to be bigger than the sphere in the middle of our mold, but smaller than the cube around it. And we want to make sure that we can't see any little bits of that sphere poking out. Then we're going to collect them together and group them. And now we've made a sphere in a very complex way, but luckily we're not going to stop there. We're going to start adding some details to this planet. We'll start by adding some polar ice caps. We want to make sure that the shape that we're adding overlaps the area of the sphere that we want to be a different color. And by copying and duplicating, we can simplify our work. Now we're going to click the sphere and ungroup it. And then we're going to select everything and regroup it. Now our sphere is white, but if we click that and change to multicolor, we can see the original red as well as the white polar ice caps that we added. It's a good start, but let's add some more. Using the scribble tool and the shape drawing tool can allow us to make nice complex shapes and add some organic designs into our planet. The more detail, the better. We'll pick the color that we want this shape to be. And then we'll arrange it so that it overlaps our sphere, covering the areas that we want to be this color. Make sure that it extends past the edges of the sphere. And then once again, we'll click our sphere and ungroup. Draw a box around everything and regroup. Now it's orange, but when I click multicolor, we can see the detail that we just added on top. Let's add something else. This time we'll make some cloud formations. We'll change the color to white, and again, rotate it and place it onto the surface of the planet where we want it to fit. This time we won't have the shape go all the way through the planet, so that the clouds only appear on one side and aren't duplicated on both sides. But we do want these clouds to go around the planet, so we're going to use the duplicate and repeat tool. And move the next set of clouds and rotate slightly, trying to make sure that it still overlaps the sphere, and then we'll duplicate and repeat multiple times. You can change the pattern so that it doesn't get too repetitive as you're going. Then again, we'll select and ungroup, draw a box around everything, and regroup. When we click our multicolor, we can see the cloud formations that we created. As you design your planet, you need to work from the surface up. So creating the Earth would require starting with a blue cube and then adding green landforms and then adding white clouds on top.